Well, I noticed a lot of new faces this evening, and I'm so glad you all came. And I want you to know that this is a safe place to share. So if you want to tell us your story, there'll be no judgment.
Hi, my name's Charlie, and as you know, I have a problem. I'm addicted to cars. Well, we finally get to check in with Papa and what he's doing. He just sold the Cadillac Seville. He had pretty much taken that as far as he could go. Surprisingly, not as much in the way of helpful videos for those generations of Cadillac. Also, parts were a little more scarce than what we thought. It wasn't terrible, but we've definitely had more luck with Mercedes and some of the other cars that we've played with. But that being said, that car was sold, so we started looking, and I'm very excited to say that we are back in the Mercedes game. This is a Mercedes that we've waited a long time for. We actually, way back early on, we were able to score one of these. It was a convertible and it had a lot of issues. This one also has some issues, but it's a beautiful car. I love the way these things look, especially the hardtop coupes. So let's take a look at it. So there you have it. It's our 2006 CLK 350. Beautiful car. I absolutely love the way these look. Like I said, we did have the convertible. I think it was actually a year newer at 2007. But I don't know. For me, convertibles are fun to drive and they're nice. Sometimes they even look good when they're down. But they never look as good as the lines on a coupe to me. So it always is a sacrifice for that convertible top as far as the looks. At least that's my opinion. I know everybody's different. But you know, it's got some bumps and bruises. Actually, for the body, as far as the body goes, it's actually better than a lot of the cars that we get. It's got a few little dings, but they're pretty small, pretty minor. The paint's really good for this year. It's a little dirty. It just rained last night. Papa keeps this thing spotless, but it rained last night, so it's got some rain spots on it. But anyways, a little about CLK. It's a what they consider the entry-level luxury coupe, produced by Mercedes-Benz from 1997 to 2010. The first generation was 97 to 2003. That was the C208, so it was on a different kind of different platform than this. It was designed originally by Michael Fink in 1993, and it came to fruition again for the 97 model year. This basically was kind of a weird hybrid between the E-Class and the C-Class. It used a lot of components from the E-Class, the W210 from these years, but it was actually based on the platform of the C-Class, the W202 platform. So it sort of took the place, well, it would later be replaced by the E-Class coupes, so like a sport E-Class. So even though this was a C-Class platform, it was definitely a higher performance, a higher class as far as specs and options. Two initial versions were the CLK 200, which was a 4-cylinder, and there was a CLK 230, which was a supercharged 4-cylinder. By 97, the CLK 320 was introduced, which was a V6. And then by 98, now this is one thing with these CLKs that was kind of consistent. They had some awesome, I mean some awesome special edition CLKs throughout the years. And I'll be putting some of the visuals up here while I talk about them, but just amazing. But 1998 was a special edition CLK GTR, which came with a 5.9 liter V12. I mean, that's sick. There was only 25 of those made. In 1998, they came out with a CLK 430, which was also a V8 platform. And then 2000, there was a CLK 55 AMG. It was introduced first in Europe, and it was powered by the M113 5.4 liter V8 engine. Very high performance. Then comes the second generation, which is what this is. That was from 2003 to 2010. These were redesigned. It's definitely reminiscent of the first generation, but it's a lot more sleek and modern looking. So it was redesigned by Gordon Wagner. It was introduced in 2003 with a 2.6 liter V6 option, a 3.2 liter V6, a 5 liter V8, a 5.4 liter V8, and a 2.7 liter inline 5 diesel, which I've never even seen one of those. That'd be awesome. In 2010, the lineup was discontinued, and like I said, it was replaced by the C207 E-Class coupe. There were 194,000 total sold in the United States and 450,000 sold in Europe. So going back to some of the special edition ones that came out, Obviously there was that GTR, the CLK GTR, which was pretty awesome. But for the second generation, there was a CLK 55 AMG that had 5.4 liter V8, 367 horsepower. And then there was a CLK 63 AMG Black Series in 2007. I mean, it was the fastest, just most desirable car in the lineup. It had a 6.2 liter V8 that put out a 481 horsepower. That's nuts. And then the granddaddy of all CLKs as far as sport performance was the CLK DTM AMG. 5.4 liter V8 compressor, 582 horsepower. I mean, it basically looked like nothing else. No other CLK, no other car, no other Mercedes at all. It was very unique. So yeah, there was a ton of special edition CLK stuff. Like I said, it's one of my favorite cars. This particular one, I think we have 143,000 miles on it, which isn't terrible for Mercedes. And most of the things that were wrong with it when we got it, or that we're still working on, is basically maintenance stuff. You know, people get lazy and they don't maintain the car. So it needed some new tires, shocks. We're still working on getting all the shocks replaced. I think some lower control arms have been replaced. You can take a look inside. The interior's pretty nice. Oh, the other thing that you'll notice, everything, no real major seat damage or wear. Papa took a crack at a new gear shifter boot. It looks pretty good. But another famous problem with these CLKs apparently is the rear windows. Neither of them work. Not sure if it's a track issue or a motor issue, but I'll tell you what, they are expensive to have done and not easy to do yourself because it's not a door. There's not an easy panel to just take off and get to all the inner workings. Sunroof doesn't work. I'm trying to think of what else. But we've got some stuff that we're gonna do to it. Try to clean it up a little bit. Put a few nice little classy touches on it. And we'll drive it for a while. I love this thing. It really has the vibe of my 88 300 CE because it's also a pillarless coupe, which I would love to have the windows down so I could show you, but obviously the rear windows aren't working. But I really believe that this is the spirit. This is the newer generation of that 300 CE. Just a sporty luxury car. Beautiful, beautiful lines, beautiful car. Makes me miss that 300 a lot still. But yeah, we've wanted one of these for a long time. So that's our 2006 CLK 350. As always, we would appreciate it if you subscribe, click the bell so you're notified of new videos. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We really appreciate the support. We'll be back with more from our CLK, as well as some of the other cars that we've been working on. And obviously, more cars coming up from our friends and fellow car gluttons. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.